Welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We are just going to lay down and have a nap. I've gone through the various party members' spellbooks, so we are fine on that account. So all we need to do is rest, and maybe we'll have some more interactions with the Crusader Council after that. Yeah, 15 hours. It's very likely that we'll have more of that after that little nap. Or maybe not. Well, I'm going to go to the Crusade Management regardless, just to get that out of the way for now. There's only 2 decrees we can enact. And the armies have no hit points, have no movement points, so yep. I guess we can head out again then. Let's have a quick look at the journal to see what specifically we have to do. We could always go to the Ivory Sanctum. This one we must do last. No, actually, we will go back and fetch the mongrels, and then we will go to Blackwater, I think. Yep. No, crap. I need to bring Nenio. I think we'll take Nenio instead of... No, it's a problem to not have Woljif. Right, Sela. We're not going to bring you on this one. So this is a weird party, where Social and Cal are the tanks. I'm going to have ample spells around though. So let's go there. What is this? Oh, it's this one. Of all the scrolls the Intendant gave us, you chose this one. Really? It didn't even occur to you this was a problem? How are we going to face our mentor now? This is just a spell that... Well, long story short, it will help us against the demons. We still want to be saved from the demons, don't we? The young man, who stands staring at something squirming in the center of the meadow, turns his gaze to you. Oh, seems like we've got reinforcements. And it's the commander, no less. What is that? This cluster of flexible, elongated, pulsating objects. And these are the sprouts of plants whose behavior seems highly uncharacteristic for plants. You can call it a demon trap. Yes, definitely. It's a demon trap. They only look like ropes that are wider at the base and narrower at the ends and suddenly gain the ability to move. You're trying to say, like tentacles? By the way, did you know one of 8 tentacles of a male octopus is also his reproductive organ? What? We don't use words like this here. Ah, so you're heretics. Like pollen? Yes, that's right. The plant shoots are full of pollen. Who exactly are you guys? The young man salutes you hastily. We are Crusaders, Commander. The squires of Sir Alfrey, Commander. He will be here shortly, once he finishes inspecting the positions. We are preparing for battle. And what happened to you? We are escorting rescued prisoners to Canabras after we heroically liberated them. The young man beams with pride. But there's an issue. Those from whom they were rescued now pursue us. So our leader and mentor, noble Sir Alfred, decided to take a defensive position and fight. And we tried to get ready for battle. The young man looks hesitantly at the squirming plants. So where is Sir Alfred? He is here and hurrying to appear before you. The Azimar standing before you screams of chivalry. His armor and gear have seen many battles, but they are carefully polished. Every belt is properly fitted and every buckle sparkles. The Azimar gallantly greets you. My sincere greetings to the Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade, the hero of the battle for Canabras and the battle for Dresden. Meeting you is an indisputable honor for me. I am Sir Alfred, a local follower of Divine Iomede, a knight, a nobleman, and a crusader. These young men are my squires, and we... The knight interrupts himself and turns his gaze to the sprouts springing forth from the ground. His eyes go wide. What is this? Sir, as we were about to depart the garrison, the Intendant Arcanist gave us a scroll that creates a demon trap. We decided that now is the best time to use it. This is a very good trap. These wriggling serpent-like grabbers can firmly hold a demon. Exactly. These rope-like moving sprouting pseudopods have the optimal shape to grab and immobilize a demon. Why don't you just call them tentacles? The first squire grows pale. The second one clutches his chest and steps back. A martyred expression appears on Sir Alfred's face, and he seems to struggle for a moment. Then he says, I respect your opinion immensely, Commander, for it is born out of your wisdom and experience, and yet it does not seem to me that these vine-like magic devices deserve to be called that. But still, what's your problem with tentacles? The squire gives you an accusing look. The knight adjusts a strap on his armor with a nervous gesture. I am flattered by the interest of such a heroic leader in my humble self, but if you would allow me, I would prefer not to answer the question about my issues with the limbs typical of octopuses and other sea creatures. They are connected to a harrowing and traumatic episode in my past, one I prefer not to remember. I am positive that compared to the scale of affairs and tasks the leader of the Crusaders must face every day, this issue is insignificant and hardly worthy of mention. Be brave, Sir Alfred. Don't run from your fears. Say, tentacles, proudly and boldly, and let the shadows of your past recede. A fire flares in the knight's eyes. What heartfelt words! I am humbled and grateful that you took the time to address me in the dark corners of my soul, so to speak. I feel like your words have awakened something in my soul, something worthy of pride. We have cleared up the question that troubled me. Now it is time to turn our attention to more pressing matters. Tell me, my squires, did you brief the commander and outline the gravity of our situation? Yes or no? I don't remember. I think something was said about a very, very nasty demon. The knight sighs. I beg your pardon, and I ask that you do not judge these young men harshly. They cannot be blamed for a lack of diligence. They are just young. They have not yet fully mastered the art of war and have not realized the importance of discipline. In time, they will become the pride of the Crusader forces. I am certain of it. The squire smiles as he listens to the knight's words. The second squire proudly thrusts out his chest as he discreetly tries to wipe a clump of mud off his armor. I'll brief you myself, Commander. A monster really is pursuing us, but it is not a demon. It is something even more heinous and unnatural, a demodand. The assessment of it as a very, very nasty creature is accurate. My squires and I raided its lair and liberated several prisoners this thing was going to drag to the abyss. But now the monster is coming after us. I estimate it will be here in half an hour. We plan to fight. I'll be happy to help you. This is wonderful, Commander. It will be an honor to fight side by side. Please prepare yourself, for a very, very nasty demodand will soon be here. The creature that appears before you looks alien and disgusting even to those accustomed to the abominations of the Worldwound. Very, very nasty is a fitting description. Its flesh seems to boil and melt, and long darker growths constantly shift and stretch along its flesh. The demodand stares at Sir Alfrey. A mortal with the blood of heaven. I recognize your smell. It was you who dared break into my lair and steal my offering to my masters. For this, you will become an offering yourself, you and everyone with you. Are you trying to threaten me with your puny weapon? It would barely scratch me, but I can crush you like a maggot. I am the commander of the 5th Crusade, and these people are under my protection. You hear that, monster? We're not the only ones standing against you. Our hero and leader stands with us. Be afraid, monster, for the final hour of your villainy in the land of Golarion has come. And don't try to threaten me with your might, your invincibility, or even those... The knight casts a wary glance at the demodand's ever-shifting skin growths. Disgusting appendages. For the strength of a true knight is not in his shield, sword, or armor. A brave heart is my sword, and my faith in a righteous cause my shield. Yet even more importantly, the knight casts a glance at you, then grins at the monster. This knight has the power of tentacles. Indeed.
Let's try this way. You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Sir Alfrey catches a breath, looking around the battlefield. I thank you for your help, Commander. And I thank you even more for persuading me to confront my fears. No more twisting, elongated, vine-like things for me. Now, when I see tentacles, I will boldly exclaim, "These are tentacles." I was happy to help. My gratitude has no bounds. Thank you. Before you move on to do the great things that lay ahead of you, allow me to present you with a small gift. A humble knight, no matter how noble, could hardly possess something that would surprise you, but let this gift serve as a memento of our encounter. I'm disappointed that it wasn't something of tentacles. Oh well. Still, a very amusing encounter. We'll rest here. You're not very good at that, are you, Nenio? But yet, that's what you will be doing. No problems here. That's ghouls, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Not that they pose that much of a challenge for us. Let's go into this cave here.
Can't hide from me.
Well, I seem to have killed it. But I'm sure there's something more here. Yeah, there's a Google Hunt Master over there. I'd rather not move too much around here. Okay, that helps.
This will hurt. Who, me?
Yes, you. Remnants of the Ghoul's Feast.
I'm all done here.
The scattered remains are sickening to look upon. The ghouls clearly ate their fill. Fortunately, they were not interested in the jewelry left on the bodies. Ring of Protection +2. Cloak of Cleansing. Not too bad. Headband of Vast Intelligence and Midnight Soup.
Yet another obstacle.
Creeping Doom is such a nice spell. And there we go. circle. There's a puzzle we have to solve here later on. It isn't that difficult, but... Gargoyles. I'm sure Waldriff will love that. They don't seem to pose the same threat they used to. No.
You're irrelevant.
Definitely not. I guess that means there are more of them. Yep.
Cover me, all right? Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
No, 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 no. Okay, well then. Ah. Okay, Lan, apparently you have Demon Plague. Heal Lan. That should get rid of it. Here's that circle. I don't remember the exact solution for this, but... I thought it was something like this. Okay, let me puzzle it out. Nameless Ruins puzzle. This one actually has hints on the in the level that I managed to figure out, but I don't remember them. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Phylactery of positive channeling. Meh. Someone who can channel should either get charisma or wisdom. But yeah, here you can see the one in the cave had the ring, and this one has that. And there is one more here somewhere, but I do not remember where. The ruins are so ancient that it is impossible to tell which civilization was responsible for their construction. Oh boy, these guys again. I am the answer, but what is the question? An elf woman in a frayed robe turns her head to you and stares at you through the slits of her simple white mask. Then she holds out her hand and touches the ancient statue. The absence of an answer is an answer too. Hey, wait, where are you going? Spontaneous dematerialization is unscientific. Nenio touches the statue and suddenly freezes. Following her example, you put your hand on the statue and the world around you ceases to exist. You are a lone grain of sand floating in the emptiness of the unknown. Your path has no beginning and no end. You are tiny and insignificant in comparison with the cosmos that surrounds you. But then something changes. The emptiness takes notice of you. It stares at you, measures and assesses you. Then a question comes, as simple and as deep as the emptiness itself. Who are you? I am Cal. The name you uttered that seemed so powerful and proud rings through the emptiness. Then the silence comes, bleak and oppressive. The emptiness still awaits your answers. I am... Do you want to say your name? But what is it? Just a set of sounds you use to associate with yourself. You are Cal. Who decided this is who you are? Your parents? Yourself? Someone else? A name is just a label you take voluntarily. What happens if you tear this label off? What hides behind the name Cal? Behold the truth. Open yourself to knowledge. Reveal yourself.
I am Nenio. Nenio. You hear me? You voice from nowhere or whatever you are?
Where Nenio used to be, you now see an unfamiliar kitsune curled up tight on the ground.
Well, I'll be a fox.
Nenio? Is that you?
I am Nenio, the greatest scientist of the modern age, and you are my loyal follower. Why are you asking me such a pointless question?
You are a kitsune.
It appears your observation is correct. I am a kitsune. If my hypothesis is correct, and the probability of that is close to 100%, I have always been a kitsune, but at some point I decided to forget that piece of knowledge. Following this line of reasoning, it would seem the fact of my membership of a certain race just doesn't seem relevant to me.
Of course not.
Also, there is a more important question. Why did my true identity reveal itself in this precise moment?
How could you forget you were a kitsune?
This question is irrelevant in the current situation. If you wish, you can ask me about it later. If you believe that I've been keeping my true identity a secret on purpose, you are mistaken. I have no interest in your causes, your battles, or your secrets, if you have any. All I need from you is your assistance with my experiments. And with this.
Nenio sweeps her hand in a wide circle, gesturing at the statues around you.
I have no words. Can I just stand here silently and look like I'm thinking something smart?
That sounds like a bright idea, Lan. What was that? I found myself in emptiness and a voice asked me questions.
I suppose it was a trap that yanked our minds out of our plane and temporarily transferred us to another one. I wish I knew which plane. By the way, did you know that the most efficient way to disarm a corridor's worth of magical traps is with the help of a scientist who has been told that the formula for an elixir of the ancient races lies hidden at the end of said booby-trapped corridor?
I am not going to ask how exactly you know that, but I can make deductions. Whose voice do you think it was?
I haven't the slightest idea. But it is most definitely an extremely wise entity. Besides, the entity displayed no aggressive tendencies, which gives us hope that it can be reasoned with.
So what do you think about that?
The voice in the emptiness asked me, and judging by your reaction, you too, who I am. And merely stating my name failed to satisfy it. The trap then forced me to assume my true form, which I had completely forgotten about. I suppose this trap wasn't a trap per se. It rather was a closed portal leading to some hidden place that can easily unveil secrets and reveal the truth. The one who spoke to us seemed to solve me like a riddle, in an instant just by looking at me. I would like to meet this entity. Can you imagine which secrets it can unravel? I want to speak to it, and you, my follower, must help me. But how can you get there? If there is a door, there must be a way to open it. If there's a lock, there must be a key to it. There is an inscription here, right on the statue. I am the void and the emptiness. I am the starting point. I am infinite. Tear my mask off and let it fall at my feet. I don't understand this at all. How thrilling!
Sounds like a riddle.
It does. It really does. I love riddles and puzzles.
How do we solve it?
Each of them is inscribed with a riddle, and each demands that something be placed at its feet. I guess we need some items that represent the answers to these riddles, but don't ask me where we should look for them.
Why are you so sure that the unknown entity behind the mysterious portal will even want to talk to us?
I'm not sure at all, but we must try. We simply must. Getting there and talking with this entity will be the greatest of my experiments. No exaggeration.
But a portal that leads to the unknown could be dangerous.
The Worldwound is dangerous, walking under a hanging icicle is dangerous, even choking on a chunk of badly chewed food can lead to a fatal outcome after all. Living is dangerous. But what is danger compared to knowledge?
Maybe we should ask one of these geysers.
I don't think they can help us. Looks like all they can do is mumble their mantra about questions and answers.
Well, it doesn't look like there's anything else we can do right now in this place, so...
With deepest regret, I have to admit that you are right. It's highly unlikely that we'll be able to solve this riddle right here and now. We'll have to temporarily withdraw so we can return when we're armed and ready.
The sand looks utterly unremarkable apart from its inexplicable presence here among the ruins and woodland. So we need to find these masks. This one probably goes here, but I don't think anything happens unless we have all four of them. Oh well. I would like a thumbnail here, and for some reason sometimes the photo mode just decides to change the weather. And this looks good. That's all we can do here for now, so... Actually, I've got to loot something down here. That is unacceptable. Nenio, would you be a dear and cast haste on us? Thank you. And now we head on south towards Canabras. I have no idea how to get to the hollow tree. But then again, that's just reagent location. Same with the primitive altar. I don't feel it is very necessary. Strike camp here. And then enter Canabras. I do believe this is the only time we can travel inside Canabras after we are done with Chapter 2. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, here. Chief Sol sits silently, either deep in thought or dozing. He is holding a package. Chief, we're back. You won't believe where we've been and the things we've seen. You and the tribe need to come and see for yourselves. Sol flinches as if jerking awake. Ah, Lan and the upland. That was quick. But no, we won't be going anywhere. We won't be seeing anything. Chief Sol, we've come to take the mongrels to the surface. We were going to do it ourselves. You think we lost our nerve? No. We have our reasons. No one said you were cowards. I came to say the way up is clear and we need you. The entire Crusade world needs you. Look, this is the commander of the 5th Crusade, and he is calling you to fight with him. Lan stops, looking closely at Sol. Or did something happen I didn't know about? Wenduag came. She took Daira. Wenduag? She showed up again? Didn't think she'd be brazen enough. Clearly I underestimated her. What does she even want coming here? What happened here? We waited. Such things shouldn't be rushed. We waited and waited. When Duag came, she started talking, she did, smooth as silk, saying that Umplanders should kill us all, and that we needed demon power to overcome them. But no one listened. She didn't like that, and the next day Daira went out to gather healing moss. When Duag took her alive, she left a message for us, warning us against trying to get out, or else. Let me guess, she'll only let you out if you obey her. Wenduag, I thought she couldn't stoop any lower. The chief nods slightly and unwraps the package he's holding. Inside is a severed finger. How are the mongrels doing now? They're troubled. Everything's in turmoil. We thought we should go get Daira, but go where? No one knows where Wenduag is. No one knows anything. We wait and we think. You have one answer for everything. Wait and think. Lan throws up his hands. You've been doing this for decades. I don't know why I expected anything else. Where is Wenduag hiding? How should I know? She is like a shadow. She disappears without a trace, just slips away. I think I know where she is. Wenduag and I had a secret spot. When she used to get upset or angry, she'd say she was going to live there forever. A big cave, warm and dry, and there's no way to sneak in without being seen. The perfect hideout. Alright, Chief, we'll bring back Dyra and give Wenduag what is coming to her. We are one tribe, we won't go anywhere without Dyra. Just get her back, then we can go be crusaders. We will take care of everything, Chief, I promise. Now, with Wenduag, you can actually recruit her. But it does take a little bit of a... Well, I think it needs an evil option, actually. And truth to be told, I'm not that interested. Wenduag, sitting over a corpse that has been ripped to shreds, looks up and notices you. Look who's back. Did Sol come crying that I was holding Dyra hostage? What a snitch. Lan shudders. You knew her. She was one of us. So what if I knew her? What does it matter? I do what I want. I don't care what other people think. How does this help you? Now Sol will know you have nothing to hold over him. Wenduag licks her lips, her eyes glowing green in the dark. Will he find out? How exactly? Do you really think you're getting out of here? Yes, most certainly, Wenduag. You're alone. We can easily overpower you. I'm not alone, Lan. My master has not left me. Even now I feel his cold breath on my neck. Wenduag's voice drops to a whisper. He's watching. Lan looks around. There's no one here. He doesn't have to be here to know and see everything. You killed one of your own? I make sacrifices to Savamelech in exchange for his blessings. But this fool? Oh, her I killed for pleasure. I clawed her heart out with my bare hands. Wenduag smiles. You are absolutely insane. Admit it, Wendu. You're just broken. Wenduag chuckles. Keep underestimating me, Lan. You'll die with that same surprised look on your face. So you've been hiding in this cave the whole time, like a rat? Wenduag stretches and licks her lips lazily. Attack me and you'll find out how I've been spending my time. We've been killing demons and you've been practicing on cave slugs. It won't be much of a fair fight. I had a good teacher. He opened my eyes to many things. My master Savamelech. I don't think, since I'm an angel, I don't think I can recruit her. I will try this one, but I think I actually need to have a different path. Even looking at you disgusts me. I'm leaving. Lan touches the string of his bow grimly. Sorry, Cal, but I can't just leave. You owe me, Wenduag. I owe you nothing, Lan. Get lost.
You'll make a
No.
fine trophy.
So you actually have to be evil to be able to recruit her. Which makes sense.
This kill is for you.
This is not my time yet.
Don't worry, Lan.
You won't survive me. Did you see that?
No, actually. There we go. Wenduag jumps back, clutching at her wound, but immediately falls to her knees. Enough. No, that's enough. I want to talk to you. What is there to talk about? It's not too late yet. I, the unworthy Wenduag, will serve you. I realize now you are the chosen one of the gods. There has never been anyone like you. Allow me to become your slave. Lan looks at his former friend with unconcealed revulsion. This is too much even for you. Stop it. I can't watch you humiliate yourself. I don't know who you are, but you're not Wendwag. I will be everything my master commands. Yep, I have to pick this one to save her. You know, I actually think I will do that. Although I probably won't pass the roll. Serving in the Crusade is truly an honor, but you are not worthy of it. You were too easy to defeat. You are not even worthy of becoming my slave. I think it will take a lot more effort to convince such a practiced liar. Okay. I want to pass that check. And I want, or rather, I want to check something, so I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back at this one. You can, if you pass this check, manage to recruit her into your group if you have both, if you have Lan in your group. If you actually take her into your group now, she will betray you later on. But it doesn't really matter. She will join you in Act 5, but she will still betray you unless you romance her. Maybe she won't betray you, but she will still be evil. And yeah, you know, we are just going to do this easily. I'm going to go with this here, I think. No, I'm just going to say you deserve death for what you've done. You are stronger than me, yes. This is the right of the strong, to decide who lives and who dies. Wendwag cringes. You think you have the right to condemn me because of some higher beings that have noticed you? No. Your strength gives you the right to decide only your strength. You're raving, Wendu. You don't understand anything, Lan. The strong can do anything. They can live and decide who else lives or dies. But that will never be you. You are weak inside and always will be. Cal, are you going to kill me because I will surpass you? Are you? Tell me. Lan lowers his voice, talking to you. Tell her what she wants to hear. Even a deranged mind deserves one last mercy. Actually, let's try to pass this one. No. Be right back. There we go. Succeeded. Wendwag looks at you as if her world has just collapsed. No. No. I've done so much. I must be stronger. No. I suppose I have been deceiving myself for too long. The truth is, it's me sitting in the dust in front of you, not the other way around. You. I asked Savamelek about you. I dreamed of defeating you. After our last encounter, it was all I could think about, but I am weak. I am so weak. I don't even know. She seems to actually mean it. You got your lesson. I hope you will remember it. And now, get out. Wendwag grinds her teeth. I understand. You have the right of the strong. You can order me and I will obey. I am nothing compared to you. Make sure we never meet again, Wendu. Next time, I will kill you. So now we'll get the option to recruit her in Chapter 5. I'm not sure exactly what I'll do with her, but... Yep.
This is my kind of work.
The Ring of Merciless Shot. Not too bad. I'm just a bit worried about messing up Lan's quest. You can redeem her, that I know. You can make her, if not good, you can at least make her neutral. But that requires you to romance her. And, you know, I'm not into spider girls. You returned. Good for you. What of Daira? What of Wenduag? One of the mongrels looks at you gloomily. You couldn't save her, could you? Lan, you went up against Wenduag. That's tough enough. None of us had the guts. It's good that you didn't. Sol is old. He couldn't have buried all those bodies. But now everything's over, and no one is threatening you anymore. Unfortunately, Daira is dead. I let Wenduag escape. Sol shakes his head. What? Wenduag's gone? But why did you... Outlanders. What do you care about us and our problems? Don't be sad, Chief. Your tribe is no vigilante mob. That was the word I was looking for in some episodes back. With the officers' dilemma thing. Vigilante. Anyways, sorry about that. If you want to give Wenduag a piece of your mind, you'll get your chance. She's not going to leave us alone. I can feel it. Wenduag is of this tribe. She'll be drawn back to us no matter how hard she fights it. We can't put it off anymore. It is time for the underground crusaders to become crusaders on the surface. Sol lets out a coarse, gurgling sigh. Well, when it's time, it's time. Lead on, Lan. Lan raises his hands in defense. No, Cal is our commander. He will lead you. Sol turns to you and straightens up with effort. Well, Commander, thank you for not forgetting us. We are Crusaders. You are the Crusade Commander. Lead the way and we shall follow. And that is the mongrels recruited into the crusade. Now I want to go back to Dresden so we can deal with the council matters, and then after that we can wrap up the episode. I wonder if I can teleport from in here. No, I have to leave the city. Teleport back to Dresden and enter the city and enter the citadel. Commander, the capital needs you to take decisive action. There has been a major scandal. The nation of Andoran, our diplomatic partner, has sent its army to help the crusade. However, this apparently generous gesture is nothing more than political provocation. The Andorans want to prevent the emerging rapprochement between Mendev and Cheliax, of which I have previously informed you. We have deliberately sent their army to our territory without seeking Nerosian's approval. If Mendev accepts this help, it will cool our relations with Isger and their suzerain Cheliax. The Royal Council expects you to reject Andoran aid. Direct them toward Her Majesty's court. They are welcome to negotiate with the capital. Unfortunately, we can't disregard the decision made by Her Majesty and her council. Social pauses, then suddenly gives you a sly smile. But those Andorans didn't come here empty-handed. They brought weapons and supplies. Let them share those with us, since Nerosian forbids them from joining our army. Darren regards Lady Konomi with feigned disapproval. Come now, Lady Konomi, all this suspicion. I am sure that the Andorans are driven by nothing more than benevolence and concern for our collective future. We simply must accept them like dear friends. We should send the Andorans back home instead of to Nerosian. and declare as loudly as possible that we disapprove of their underhanded methods. Otherwise, our capital's diplomats will see it as an opportunity to strike a few deals and sweep the whole scandal under the rug. And that is not right. Vile deeds should be exposed, not hidden. If the whole deal is about them being Andorans, they should just stop being them. Take down the banners, call themselves mercenaries. Problem solved. And what exactly is Andoran equipment? Rangers are pretty good. I'm not that... well, hedge knights are good, but... I actually think that... yeah, the marksmen are quite a bit better. Okay, we're going to go with Lady Konomi's suggestion, even though I really like pulling her tail. Lady Konomi, I will act according to the will of Nerosian. The capital will appreciate your willingness to toe the line. Rest assured, everything you have forfeited will be amply compensated by the treasury. With that, this meeting is adjourned. I doubt there will be a need to assemble the diplomatic council anytime soon. It will take a while for Nerosian to deal with all the internal fuss and the squabbles with foreigners. That is, to resolve important political matters. For the time being, Dresden will be left to its own devices. Good riddance. I believe that means we are at level 5 when it comes to diplomacy. Level 5 is the maximum level in chapter 3, so... yep, rank 5. Both in leadership and diplomacy. Good. Rank up, we will continue to rank up the military council. Logistics, that requires me to build more. And we're still doing the records of Pelura's stargazers. So I can't do the developments yet, but those are coming right after. As for the relics, let me just have a quick look. I have a cheat sheet about what relic is what here, so... let's see. I don't think we have the burning brand yet. That would have been nice. We do have the branch of the last ash. Check something here. It actually looks quite good for yeah, but I'm training Wally in a 4 shard, so no. I think we'll go with the branch of the last ash for now, until we get a decent 4 shard, which I think will be in chapter 4. Vagrants. A crowd of the destitute, the sick and the feeble-minded has arrived in Dresden, and they are asking to be admitted. Their lives are rough, they have no place where they belong, and they wish to die as heroes at the very least. But the Crusaders do not wish to fight side by side with these vagrants either. We can accept them into the army. That will reduce Crusade morale and give us conscripts, which is rather crappy. That will also reduce Crusade morale, but it is materials points. We can send them to Mendev. We can bless them. Or we can set up... yeah, this one is definitely the one. We'll set up a hospital. Gives us both the materials income. Doesn't decrease the morale, and it's a good action. Arushale set up a hospital for the poor souls in Dresden. The healers care for the sick, and they help the supply units in gratitude. Now for our troop movements, which are really just a matter of locating these roads now. Gloomy Gorge, I don't even remember where that is. It's all the way up there. Okay. You know, you can just travel that way. Southern Defense Army. Cannot go up there. But we do want this all the way back here again. The Dresden Defense Army. We want that up there so we can discover this road bit part here. This one... That's mongrels. They're not horribly bad, though. That said, compared to marksmen, they are quite crappy. I'll dismiss. Western Defense Army. That's a bit far. We want that to be up here, I think. Then we'll go and have a quick nap.
Final check. Knee pads in place. Pillow in case of spontaneous collapse in place. Chronometer in place and running. I hereby commence the experiment. Today we will learn if members of my race are capable of sleeping standing up.
Okay. This is weird as ever. And since nothing's happening here, I think this is an excellent spot to wrap up the episode. So that is exactly what we shall be doing. If you have any questions and or comments, or you just want to leave a little emoji in the comment section to appease the YouTube algorithm gods, that would be most appreciated. And if... yeah, no. So, yeah. Kind of a botched outro there, but that happens from time to time. I hope that you enjoyed the episode and the little botched outro, and I hope to see you all in the next one.